Hallo, hvordan står det til? Jeg skal bare snakke med deg litt om... sorry. I was speaking in my native language, Norwegian, and I'm wearing this silly looking hat. It's really not silly. I mean, it might look a little silly, but it's a Sami hat. They're also known as Laplanders. They're the indigenous people of the circumpolar region, northern Norway, northern Sweden, Finland, Russia, and around the world. The polar region. They're the reindeer herders. Anyway, I have some Sami blood, being from northern Norway. So I thought I would wear this. Now, the reason I'm wearing it, other than that, to kind of try to be entertaining somewhat, is because we're talking about World War II this coming week. So first, before we talk about week 7, let's finish up week 6. You still have your reading quiz for chapter 6 that's due tomorrow on Sunday, and also the film review. Now, there have been some confusion about the film review. I tried to put out as much information as I could. It's due on Sunday at midnight. You can pick any film you want that's American history. I suggested a bunch of them. There was one that's free, I know for sure, Night of the Living Dead, which is an old George Romero film. Has a lot to do with racial turmoil in the 60s, so I think you might find that interesting, but in a zombie-type setting. That's the thing that got the whole zombie thing started. Or there's a number of other films. I sent you a link. I think our librarians have found some free ones for you. So remember, it has to be a Hollywood movie, a feature-length movie, and you have to follow the film review structure, the 4-part structure, label each part, just the way it is in the syllabus. Okay, so that's due this Sunday. Starting Monday, we have week 7. We're talking about World War II. Week 7, we also have the reading quiz for week 7 and the extra credit book review on Allie's Bees, which is available by ebook on Amazon if you don't have it already. So that'll be the second extra credit opportunity, also worth 10 points. Now, when we're dealing with World War II, which is really the last topic or lecture topic before the midterm, pay particular attention to the fact that World War II is really 2 wars. There's the war against Japan, the Pacific theater, and then there's the war against Germany, primarily in the European theater. So that's one thing I want you to keep in mind. And also the legacies of World War II, what continues to impact us to this day. World War II ended with nuclear weapons. Of course, nuclear weapons is a big part of what's going on today. The formation of the country of Israel, the nation of Israel, came about as a result of the Holocaust, just a couple years after the World War II ended. So there's so many things that impact us to this day, the way boundaries were drawn in the Middle East and so forth, that impact us. So those are, some of the things. There are many other things too. 54 million people died in World War II. My family history. You'll look at the comic book page next week, and you'll see that we were connected to the activity there in Norway. The Nazis invaded Norway. My parents lived under Nazi occupation. My dad was in a labor camp. They lost their first child, my eldest brother, during World War II because the Germans took all of the medicines. So they didn't have any medicine for my 2-year-old brother who died during the war. A lot of interesting things about World War II. So the week after that, we'll be doing our group project, and we're going to do the same thing where you post to a discussion board. But for right now, concentrate on getting that film review 1 in Sunday night, getting quiz 6 in Sunday night, and then starting on chapter 7 and paying particular attention to those things that I mentioned about World War II. Okay, I hope you're all doing well, staying healthy, taking care of each other, taking care of your families, and all the most vulnerable in our society, doing your part in the social distancing. And I miss you guys, and I wish you all the best. And I'll check in again with you next Saturday. So I'll say in my native language, ha det bra och tack för laget. Ha det bra means have it good, and tack för laget means thank you for the togetherness. Okay, so long.